lives on tape. It lives on tape. Stop worrying.
Not once have you heard me.
It lives on tape. Tape.
Another technological disaster.
It lives. It lives. It lives on tape. Look out! That slithering death is right on you!
Welcome everyone to a night of glitz and glamour at It Lives on Tape Studios. We're waving to our audience as they all cheer with anticipation for tonight's events, because we are at the ILOT, the It Lives on Tape Horror Movie Awards Night 2023. Yes, indeed we are. We're excited to
Welcome everyone to the event widely known as the Tapies.
The Tapies.
Yes.
Exactly. Very affectionately referred to as the Tapies, and we will be your hosts this evening, the hosts of the It Lives on Tape Horror Movie Podcast ourselves. My name is Torkel, and I'm here with Tanner. How are you doing?
It's wonderful to be here tonight, Torkel. Obviously great to see such an attendance. A lot of empty seats, but that can be understood given last year. Great to see many people, bravely step into the venue tonight.
Brave. We applaud each and every one of you for making it out this evening. Those horrible, unmentionable events of last year at our awards night, which cut it short, unfortunately.
Yes.
We applaud you all for coming.
Cut it short, although, due to occupational health and safety reasons, it had to be done.
Yeah. Everything, we can assure you all in participation this evening that everything is up to snuff. We have all the right codes, we've had the building inspected, and we are ready to get underway with our awards evening, where we're honoring the great horror movie releases of 2023. Aren't we excited for it?
The building, I have been told to mention, has been fumigated previous to the event.
Very good.
Not during. It has been. It has been done.
Yes, that was a horrible incident.
Right. Any bugs or rats or critters or anything that you see throughout the night, they're part of the show.
Overgrown marsupials, radioactive tarantulas. It's all part of the show this evening. Not like
part
last
of the
year.
show. Do not be alarmed. It's
It was a horrible.
We had a dress
incident.
rehearsal earlier.
Yes, we are all ready to get underway, and we shouldn't be laughing. It was a horrible incident that happened last year, and it really took our breath away. And unfortunately, we couldn't even get through the entire evening of events and nominees. So.
Right.
With respect to 2022, and what an amazing year it was for the horror movie industry.
Yeah.
Oh, so many wonderful movies.
Brilliant, yeah.
Amazing films. And we're going to announce some of the ones that we missed from 2022 due to the horrific events at our awards night. We'll list them for you prior to the 2023 awards this evening.
So this is a shock response. I'm not laughing. And if you don't laugh, you cry, right?
Who can blame us? We're horror movie podcasters and analysts. We laugh the tears away. We're used to the violence, unfortunately, for better or worse, the horrible incident that occurred last year.
Yes. And now, let's go through our favorite films from last year. To pay them homage.
Yes, and to kick us off, This, I dare say, was your favorite film last year, Tanner.
Yes. Oh, I know what you're talking about. This was my favorite film from last year. Yeah, a lot of fun. Barbarian.
Barbarian.
You can watch on Disney Plus.
Oh, what a great release that was. And following that trend of Disney Plus releases or availability, we have Fresh, an amazing movie about a cannibal. What a film that was last year.
Yes.
Fresh.
And aren't the most amazing films about cannibals.
Oh.
I actually haven't seen that one.
Amazing movie out there for you to see and all the people at home last year.
But skipping down our list on the topic of cannibals, Bones and All.
Oh, Bones and All. What a great release that was. I loved it.
Yes, Timothy Chalamet eating people. Who didn't want to see that?
Oh, as if he couldn't be more of a star. And now he's consuming...
More charming.
Yes. What would make Timothy Chalamet more charming than the role of a young delinquent eating people? What a lovely experience that was. Oh,
terrific.
You can watch that on Amazon Prime as well. Bones and All from 2022. And another massive release that we've spoken about on this very podcast in great length. Smile. One of the top movies of 2022.
And how can you not while watching that movie? How can you not smile? Definitely not traumatizing in any way whatsoever.
Oh, a wonderful experience for the whole family to bond over. Smile.
That's right.
Available on Prime Video, Paramount Plus, and Binge. Go binge it right now. It is one film, to be clear.
Now, we had a massive double release. X and Pearl were released last year.
Wow. X and Pearl, massive, iconic movies in the horror industry already, only 1 year old at this point. What a double feature that was with those two releases.
Let's hope the third film doesn't get axed.
Ooh, let's hope. Fingers crossed.
Oh, that felt painful to say.
And on to an independent film that I very much enjoyed with my partner Emma. Something in the Dirt.
Yes, now I haven't seen that one.
A bit of a different film from the name of the directors is failing me, but I believe they're brothers, and they've done a wonderful job making independent films. And Something in the Dirt was a real treat.
Yes, Emma recommended this to me, and I'd forgotten what it was called. But now that you're describing the directors, I am realizing that was the film I was meant to watch.
It's by Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead. There we go. They're iconic.
Not brothers, but roommates, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
And I believe they
Bit of an Ernie and Bert situation.
Yes. They feature in their own films, and they're iconic in the independent film landscape, and they have a few horror films under their belt, and Something in the Dirt was a real treat for 2022, I gotta say.
Oh, fantastic. I'll have to revisit it. On the topic of real treats, we had another treat from comedy great Jordan Peele, Nope.
Oh, what a delightful movie that was. Nope.
Right, completely otherworldly.
Oh, yes, indeed. And I've just recently put on my list to watch again because I feel like I need to go through. I watched Get Out again, another Jordan Peele classic. And I remembered...
his debut.
Yeah, exactly, his debut film. And I remembered how incredible that was. And I thought, I need to watch Nope again to get this experience again. Wow, what a release for 2022 that was by our beloved Jordan Peele. And another massive, massive release of 2022, in my mind, Men. That was
yes. Now that's on my list for this weekend to watch.
Excellent.
Yes, when we wrap up for the night, that is what I will be going home and watching.
Oh, I can't recommend it enough. A real, kind of gory and unsettling experience with a deep, dark message. And what a feast, to use that word. What a feast that was, Men.
And I believe yet another film by Alex Garland, writer of 28 Days Later.
Yes, that's right. Alex Garland from 28 Days Later, indeed. And you can consume Men on Prime Video, now available.
Fantastic. Is it another eating people thing?
I've got such a horrible memory that I can't quite remember all the details of it. So I'm just throwing out those words to give that implication.
Okay.
A little look behind the glass. Ladies and gentlemen in the audience tonight. Yes, indeed.
We also, I don't know, like, are we going to read this entire list? There's so many films. Like,
well,
2022 had so many.
Yeah.
Sure. Prey.
Yes.
It was the new Predator movie. It was a lot of fun. Something that we haven't really seen before, throwing Predator back into the history. Really cool, a lot of fun, great story. Yeah.
A beloved Predator franchise, and that's available on Disney Plus. You can't miss that one from 2022. And a shout out as well to Fall, one of my personal favorites from 2022. Kind of flew under the radar, actually. That's on Prime Video.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Oh, well, I'll give you a little taste. It's to imply consuming of flesh again. I'll give you a little nibble, a little delicious treat.
A little morsel of the flesh of the film.
I'll give you a bite-sized review.
Okay, is it about eating people?
No, it's about...
No? Okay.
It's about this... It's a really good movie about these two adventure exploring women who go out on these adventures and sort of vlog them as well. And they went on a trip out to the outback to climb up a giant cell phone tower or some sort of tower that's the height of which I've never seen before. So I dare say that was special effects. And and they climb to the top of it and become stranded at the very top. So it's a very vertigo-inducing film. Very, very good, I thought.
It's reverse 47 meters down then.
Yes.
Is that the shark cage film where those two women get trapped on the bottom of the ocean in a shark cage?
It has a lot of similarities to that, but maybe 470 meters up or something like that.
Okay. Gotcha.
It was very high up.
127 hours and 28 days later.
That's a great one from 2022. Fall.
That does sound good. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh, yes. Don't fall.
Don't. Look, there's two more films on the list that I'd like to give props to.
Oh, yes.
So I'll talk about one that I watched this year. One of my, dare I say, favorite films of all time. I've never laughed quite so hard in a film. Triangle of Sadness.
Oh, yes.
Which you can watch on Prime Video, Paramount Plus, and Binge.
Triangle of Sadness.
Treat of a film.
Oh, yes. And that was a lot of fun, I gotta say. I very much enjoyed Triangle of Sadness as well. That was a real powerhouse, smaller release of 2022, I must say.
Right. A lot to sink your teeth into there.
A lot to expel.
Gobble up, There's
a lot to chow down and then expel upon the deck after consuming.
Yes.
A shaky experience, right? Nauseating, but you'll get through it.
Oh, yep. boats. As someone who's worked on boats before, it really struck a chord with me, I think.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And although I haven't worked on boats, I have been sick on a boat on 2 separate occasions. So there you have it.
Damn. Well, yes.
And to give a shout out to a couple more films, I want to say one that I haven't seen yet, but I love the look of, is Crimes of the Future, which is available on Stan and Prime Video here in Australia. Crimes of the Future.
Yeah, that's Viggo Mortensen?
Yes,
The guy who
Aragorn.
played Aragorn.
Lord of the
Lord of the
Rings fame. Yes, indeed.
Yes. And I might be wrong, but I think that's a David Cronenberg film.
I think it is.
Correct?
Yes, I believe it is. Yes. He's sadly...
Horror great, body horror great, practically lifted the genre of body horror and threw it up into the air, into orbit.
And it was unfortunate. It was, well, it's, perhaps not coincidental that you worded it in that way, because it was unfortunate that he couldn't do the same at last year's event, just before the announcement of his nomination, when it would have been good if he could have lifted up that object and thrown it into orbit off of him.
Right.
But unfortunately, we can't go into details because of legal issues.
Legal implications.
But the events were unfortunate, and we condemn the previous organizers of the event.
Allegedly unfortunate, I think is the language that we've been asked to use. Yes.
Allegedly, yes. And a couple more films to announce from that 2022 event that went unheard before we get into 2023, what everyone's been waiting for. So let me drag you along for another amazing independent film from the Addams Family. Yes, you heard me correctly. The Addams Family, a family of filmmakers going by the name of the Addams. I know, it took me back by surprise the first time I heard it as well. It was a shock. But they came out with Hellbender, which is available on Shudder. And that was an incredible independent film from 2022, I have to say.
I haven't seen it, but it is on my list. And surely, though, being the Addams Family, you would think twice about getting into horror. Like, from an SEO discoverability perspective, it's a terrible name to have. You surely change it. But glad to know that they're doing well.
And they're so trusted as well, though. With a name like that, how could they not do a good film? You just automatically assume the Addams Family, it must be good. It must be spooky.
Well, I don't know. I think the Addams Family on film are quite dysfunctional, actually.
Yes.
And chaotic. Yes. So you maybe wouldn't trust them.
At a glance, perhaps.
Sure. Another film from last year that I really enjoyed. I love my food, and the food was, you would say, like the main part of this film. The menu.
Oh, the menu.
The menu.
What a hungry release from 2022.
Oh, again, a lot to sink your teeth into.
Something to take a chomp out of in the menu. God, something to consume very quickly.
That's right. And yeah, it puts you off fine dining for sure.
Oh, yes. It's not an experience I'd like to have replicated at my eating establishment anytime soon.
No, a disgusting degustation.
Ooh, indeed. And that takes us to the moment you have all been waiting for. The 2023 It Lives on Tape Horror Movie Awards evening is officially underway. Oh, welcome everyone. Thank you for sitting through the 2022 wonderful movie nominees. And there's plenty more that we didn't name as well. Plenty more. And now we're getting into 2023. And what a year we've had for film in the horror world. We've had big AAA blockbuster releases, franchise releases come out this year, many of them. We've had great independent films, smaller films. We've had great foreign films. We've had a wide array of horror movies of the comedy variety as well. The terrible, the fearful, the horrific, the disgusting. We've had a bit of everything, wouldn't you say, Tanner?
Yeah, but quite a well-mixed palette. There's something for everyone out there. And this year really hammered that home.
Oh, hasn't it just? We've had a bit of everything in 2023. And we started our podcast in 2023. So this is an extra special awards evening for us to be able to honor some of our favorite releases of the year. And obviously we've conferred with the judges. We've had thousands of votes and requests from the fans of all this. And we've taken everything into consideration when it comes to these categories that we've created for this evening. But
yes.
At the end of the day...
Are there films out there that we haven't considered?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
At the end of the
we'll
day...
be the first to say.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we are the hosts. We are the creators of the It Lives on Tape podcast. And this is the It Lives on Tape Horror Movie Awards evening. We have the final say, okay? That's just how it goes. Right. Okay. So with all that being said, our first category for the evening of 2023 ILOT Horror Movie Awards, we have the AAA terrors. Ooh, the AAA terrors, the big blockbusters, the AAA releases of the horror movie industry this year were many. What can we say?
Now, these are films that are big budget releases, or they're leveraging off, the titles that we know and love, or they're just films that got a lot of media attention in the preamble, prior to release.
Yeah, the blockbusters, the big name directors, the continuing of the franchises, it's all encompassed in this nomination award category. And we have many nominations for this year. We will give a shout out to all of them this evening. We have one in particular we've spoken about on the podcast on a previous episode. We have Saw X coming in with the nomination for the best AAA terrors. Saw X.
The latest in the Saw, the latest installment in the Saw saga. Mm-hmm. This Saw happens between 1 and 2, and was a decent movie.
A decent movie indeed, and a nominee for 2023. And
sure, perhaps I shouldn't colour any of these nominations with any sort of judgment.
This one was decent, so perhaps it won't win. Though it could win, though. It could. You never know.
It could.
You never know.
It's on the list.
And the next one, we have a massive nominee, a massively hyped release that came out this year in The Exorcist Believer.
Yes, the first installment in the new Exorcist trilogy.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. And a massively hyped movie it was as it came out in 2023 and is nominated this year among another massive movie, I do say, and another franchise, The Nun 2.
The Nun, of course, being part of the larger Conjuring suite of films, got its second release this year.
Yes, indeed. The Nun 2, beloved franchise with the Conjuring movies, nominated for 2023. Speaking of franchises, we have yet another one in Scream 6 being released in 2023.
Yes.
What a blockbuster
They're still
film that was.
screaming.
Yes, they're screaming on and on. Keep screaming.
Yeah, look, Scream, fantastic. First film, very good. I feel like every film beyond that point is just like a big whodunit, which, is, I guess, the point.
Yeah.
But again, I shouldn't pass judgment on nominees before we've announced.
Could be any movie. Like I said, we've had thousands and thousands of comments and votes flood in over the weeks leading up to this. We've deferred judgment to a panel of judges prior to being deferred back to us for the final judgment. And there is two of us. So the comments of one of us may not be indicative of the comments of another one of us. So anything can happen this evening. All nominees are up for an award, to say the least.
Okay. Thank you for giving me that pass. I did just have a producer in my ear telling me to stop doing that, but I'm going to completely disregard that and continue giving my opinion.
Well, as we know, the producers are also hired by us. And while we do respect their notes, and as I'm getting them screaming in my ear right now, telling me off for this, but our final decision and what we say is what we say, and there is no cutting it out. This is our show at the end of the day. Right.
So Charlie, please stop.
Charlie,
it's enough is enough.
Enough from you, Charlie. Enough. And with that, we have two more nominees for the AAA Terrors category. We have another franchise in Evil Dead Rise.
Yes. Second film that's come out in the Evil Dead reboot. It's obviously following on from the Evil Dead films by Sam Raimi.
Oh yes.
Who doesn't love those old Evil Dead movies? So good.
Oh yes, and the Evil Dead, it was on a lot of people's lists this year. We had a lot of people telling us about it, and that is one of our nominees for AAA Terrors. And with our final nominee for 2023, AAA Terrors, we have an M. Night Shyamalan instant classic. I may be slightly biased here.
Yes, your boy, M. Night Shyamalan.
The best movie. M. Night Shyamalan, Knock at the Cabin. Yes. What a movie that was. Beloved by all.
About a home invasion that just keeps on going on and on and on.
Yes. Oh, what a great film that was.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 strangers rock up to a house
in the woods
and inhabit it against the will of the people staying there.
One of those intruders,
wild,
of Ron Weasley fame.
Ah, yes.
I forget.
You're absolutely right. I'd completely forgotten about him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ronald
Beyond
Weasley.
the difficult to remember him, beyond the presence of Dave Bautista.
Oh yes, Dave Bautista leading and starring in that role. And with that, that's all of our nominations for this year's AAA Terrors category, the first of its kind. As you know, we carry over some of the categories each year, and some of them are new. AAA Terrors is a brand new one for you all, 2023.
Yes. And we have the envelope here with the winner inside. I'm told by Charlie. So all that's left to do is for me to open this and announce the winner of AAA Terrors for this year, 2023, is Evil Dead Rise.
Evil Dead Rise,
everybody.
Rise up, Evil Dead Rise fans, and the Evil Dead franchise as a whole. You have won AAA Terrors for 2023. Congratulations to you as we clap and sing your praises. What a great award to win for them. And such a big category as well. They beat out all
Huge
the other
category.
blockbusters of 2023, didn't they?
Right. And, you know, in the grand scheme of big blockbuster horrors, the Evil Dead franchise, relatively small. You know, started from humble beginnings. Sam Raimi on a handheld camera with some friends out at a cabin in the woods, and look at where the franchise is now. We have blood spilling out of elevators. We have wood chipper deaths.
Oh,
Absolutely wild.
oh my goodness. Well-deserved win for Evil Dead Rise. And we know
Absolutely.
Sam Raimi and all the rest of the producers and everyone who worked on the film and all the actors will be stoked with that win as they get their certificate in the mail. I was going to say prize in the mail, but after last year,
we
can't give out prizes anymore. Under law, we can no longer give out prizes after last year, unfortunately.
Yeah, we definitely can't give out prizes.
There was a mix-up, and we can't say too much more than that, but we can't give out prizes this year, but we do give our respects to the winners.
Right.
Yes.
And I believe some level of certification that they can frame at their own discretion and display as they see fit.
Yes, this will remain on the internet forever. And this is a highly regarded evening, of course. The It Lives on Tape Horror Movie Awards evening. You are etched in history.
The ILOT tapies.
The ILOT tapies, yes, so belovedly named. And even our nominations, our nominees, they're all in the highest regard, of course.
Absolutely. So we've just done big shot, blockbuster, AAA horrors. Now, what about the little guys? What about the smaller, the upcoming films, the films that didn't get big studio support for their development? Maybe they got it later on, you know, from merit.
Yes.
Our next category. Sorry, a bit of brain fog there.
Oh, it was Charlie. I heard Charlie screaming at you, and I'm not sure why. Charlie, you need to calm down, honestly, Charlie. But
honestly,
he's coming to the end of his
Dave,
contract.
is there anything we can do about Charlie? Maybe take his earpiece away. Thank you, Dave.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indie horrors are our next category, and what a year it's been for indie horrors.
What a year. And who would we be as an independent podcast if we didn't give it up for the fellow little guys, the independent, smaller horror movies of 2023? We want to give our biggest respects to all the nominees and even those that we didn't mention. Good job just getting your stuff out into the world and finishing a project. Great job from everyone involved. And with that being said, though, a few did stand out to us. A few in particular. Yes, indeed.
The first of which, you know, we know it. We love it. We've all seen it. Talk to Me by Australian directors Danny and Michael Philippou.
Talk to Me. Yes, indeed. An Australian small horror film that came out this year. Oh, great job being nominated for this award. They've really stood out in the category as a horror film in 2023, haven't they?
And as if a nomination for a tapey wasn't enough, they got picked up by A24 for their release. So fantastic job on their debut, nonetheless. So
and
fantastic.
I'm not, trying to imply too much here. Excuse me, but word of their nomination did spread in the tapies quite early on this year, and I dare say that part of that initial success and being picked up by A24 could be attributed to such a noble award show such as ours, as giving them the props that they well deserve, of course, that they well deserve.
Right. Are you implying that we got some sort of financing from A24 or?
Oh no. Oh no. I'm implying that our regard as an award show is enough to just with the nomination alone to bolster these films into getting picked up.
Okay.
Yes.
I
Yes.
understand. I was just going to say, because I certainly have not been paid to be here. So if there is money, I would like to know about it.
Oh no.
Our next film.
None of us are being paid. Don't you worry about that.
Oh, that's good. Our next film, When Evil Lurks.
When Evil Lurks. Yes, indeed.
Fantastic movie. Oh, what a film. We just did an episode about When Evil Lurks.
Oh,
Dare
what
I
a
say, it's
great film.
probably the only nomination tonight that we have actually done an episode for.
Although
For
you
a film that came out this year.
Yeah, you could argue certain ones have featured on episodes, but the first one that we've done a full episode on is When Evil Lurks. So congratulations to them being nominated in the indie horror category for 2023. Argentinian film coming from Demian.
Yes, Demian Rugna.
Rugna. Yes, what a great film.
Probably
that was.
the way that you say it is how you ought to say it.
I'm rolling.
Terrible at rolling my R's.
I'm rolling the R, but I assume that that's what they do in Argentina, but I can't be for certain. That's my Swedish knowledge coming through there. So Demian Rugna.
Swedish R rolling proclivity.
Oh yes, congratulations.
And our third and final nomination in this category was a very low budget film that made waves right at the start of the year.
Early on.
Got a lot of attention early on online. Lot of positive support.
Yes.
That's since tapered off in some ways.
Skinamarink, congratulations. Yes. It has been a long year, but we have not forgotten about Skinamarink. What a great independent film that was.
I think it was pulled together on a $15,000 budget, perhaps even less.
That is impressive. And it's on Shudder now. And so you just think to yourself, you at home, if you're working hard at your craft, it makes it feel like anything is possible. You can make your way onto the tapies for 2024, perhaps.
That's right. You could be a nominee in this highly prestigious award.
Yes, and not suggesting anything, but if you talk to us and maybe send us a fruit basket, your chances may increase.
Right. Yeah, we do love our fruit baskets. Whilst we cannot provide gifts due to legal reasons.
A mix-up of our fruit baskets, unfortunately.
Right. We can receive gifts. That is absolutely fine.
Yes.
So,
Who's the
without
winner?
further ado, would you like to give me a drum roll? Have the envelope here.
We have the winner of Indie Horror.
And the indie horror winner is Talk to Me, Australian film. What a fantastic nomination this was. What a fantastic film. We're going to be talking about it for years. Talk to Me.
Oh, Talk to Me, made by the Australian brothers, and couldn't they be happier? Going from YouTube videos to making super successful independent films such as Talk to Me, and we're hoping that they're going to be a mainstay in the horror genre for many years to come. Oh yes.
Absolutely. Very keen to see what they come up with next. I'm hoping it's not just a Talk to Me sequel. I'd like to see them branch out a little bit, tell some other stories, but what a fantastic film they kicked off with.
Oh yes, what a great start
Made me feel
to their career.
so uncomfortable.
Oh yes. Talk to Me taking
Like a
out
good
the
horror movie
prize.
should.
Yes, indeed. Anxiety, perhaps. Anxiety-inducing.
Yes.
Reference to our older
Anxiety
episode.
horror for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. And we should definitely do an episode about Talk to Me, I think.
Oh, yes. We could talk about Talk to Me for days, couldn't we? What a
That's
release.
right. A lot to sink your teeth into.
Oh, a lot to consume, a lot to chow down on, a lot to bite into. If you get what we're saying.
Yes.
And on that note, our next category, best film to switch your brain off to. Best switch your brain
That's
off
right.
release of 2023 horror film.
Now, just to clarify, we're not talking about actually brain dead films or films that you should be brain dead while watching.
Yes, no.
We're talking about just fun movies. Go in, expect a fun time, have fun with it. Don't think too hard about it.
Yeah,
That's the point of
exactly.
this category.
Something that you could sit down, no matter what mood you're in, and just enjoy it as a horror movie lover. That's the kind of energy we're looking for on this category.
Maybe you've had a long day at work. Maybe you just want to watch something silly with friends.
Oh, yes, indeed. And didn't we have some silly films and some increasingly interesting and well-made ones as well in this category? Yes. We have 4 nominees for the Best Switch Your Brain Off film of 2023, starting off with one that we've mentioned before on the podcast as a recommendation, Totally Killer, a Prime Video original. Congratulations for the nominee.
Yes, congratulations. It had what was a slasher that had time travel, that had
Oh,
it was really a slasher with time travel. wasn't
oh, it had everything. It had slashing, it had time travel, it had a slashing guy with a mask with a knife, and it had a time traveling machine.
a time machine.
Yes. Retro, back in time aesthetic, Back to the Future kind of vibe.
That's right, and it a bit like Scream in a lot of ways, you know,
Quite like Scream.
in that it was a funny film with a guy with a mask and a knife.
Oh, yes.
Again, a lot like Back to the Future with the time travel.
Oh, yes. What a great
A lot
film.
to sink your teeth into for sure. a lot of bite-sized morsels.
Yes, a lot to consume with that film, and we literally loved it for that. A real great nominee for Best Switch Your Brain Off film of 2023, which goes on to another film to really sink your teeth into, really buy it into, perhaps to watch over dinner. Thanksgiving.
And aren't we grateful for it? This is a new Eli Roth release. I think it was it was like a reimagining of a short that he had made for a Quentin Tarantino anthology.
Oh, wow.
About Thanksgiving. And what a
Amazing.
wild ride. This was a lot of fun. And you know, we have been joking with the with the cannibal.
I'm waiting for it.
With the cannibal jokes. But this one sort of does dabble a little bit in that. So yeah. Great film.
And I'm hearing
great film.
Charlie screaming in my ear to lay off the consuming flesh jokes, but this was really a yummy movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, and actually a lot to say about consumerism.
Yes, consumerism, the consumption of many things, and we love
Yes.
it for that. A great switch your brain off film for 2023. Would you like
but
to...
enough there to sort of think about as well. Yeah, I'll talk about the next one.
Yes.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's, congratulations. Yes. Another nomination that made it from YouTube fame, almost from being a video game, onto the big screen. Wow.
That's right. And, they put a story under it. And really stayed true to the game franchise.
Oh, yes. Five Nights at Freddy's, congratulations on being nominated for Best Switch Your Brain Off Film of 2023 at the Tapies.
And would you like to announce the next one?
Yes.
A shock foreign release.
Oh, yes. Netflix picked this one up. It is The Conference, of course. Congratulations to The Conference. Being nominated this year, Best Switch Your Brain Off 2023 here at the Tapies. And what a movie it was. Another masked killer slasher making his way through a work group on a vacation in the woods of Sweden.
That's right. That's right. It was like Office Space meets a slasher.
Yes. A lot to sink your teeth into with this one.
A lot to sink your teeth into on this one. Very funny.
Yes.
And very Swedish.
Extremely Swedish. Some of the characters, I could hardly believe my eyes. They look like some of my friends in Sweden. Yes. I had to do a double take. And I loved it. I loved the humor. I loved the comedy of it. What a great film it was of 2023, I must say.
And actually, like a good switch your brain off film, a lot of fun, but also a lot to say, a lot to think about.
Yes, a bit to consume with this one as well. And perhaps even not unlike the Thanksgiving nomination, a bit of a message about consumerism or our culture as a whole in the Western society.
That's right. Yes,
indeed.
Yes, corporate greed and whatnot.
Yes.
Something that we are not inflicted with here on It Lives on Tape, an independent podcast.
Yes, we're free from all the biases that you would get from these bigger bigger movie awards nights. We're independent of all that here at the Tapies, as we are getting closer and closer to announcing the winner for the Best Switch Your Brain Off category of 2023. We have all of our nominations listed.
Got it right here.
Oh, you just got handed that by Susan, I believe. Thank you, Susan.
Yes, thank you, Susan. I just took a peek.
Oh, no. We don't know who these are, by the way. We don't know. We don't know.
Oh, man, this is exciting. I'm really glad that this film won.
Oh, my God.
It's such a good... I had a great time watching this. And yeah, it's... Oh, man.
I can barely
contain
my excitement.
Sorry, I haven't...
I can barely...
The conference.
My goodness. Congratulations, The Conference, for winning this year's Best Switch Your Brain Off Film of 2023 here at the Tapies, the ILOT Awards. Wow. How did they run away with that? Wow.
Very fun, very wild.
Oh, yes. Stiff competition this year in the category. And wow, I have to say, I can't be happier with that. The Conference was one of my top picks in the horror film releases of 2023, and I'm very happy that they could make their name heard here at our awards evening. Congratulations.
That's right. I remember your parents recommended it to us.
Yes.
And it's a special podcast recommendation.
You know what I learned as well after that, because I spoke to them about the movie after I watched it because I enjoyed it so much. And I learned that they didn't finish it, and they still recommended it to me. They never finished it. I don't think they've even finished it now.
They got a vibe, and they were like, oh, a Torkel film.
Yeah, I told them, I said, you have to finish it. It's very funny. It's very fun. It's very good for the whole family.
Very good.
But my mother said she struggled to get through the part in the jacuzzi with the boat motor.
Oh,
and
wow.
I said,
that was a good kill. That was a very good kill.
Oh, that could be a top kill of 2023. But I said that's the worst part of it. Once you get through that, it's all good from there. You know, the gore is not for everyone. Gore is not for everyone.
Yes, I'm getting from Dave here that.
Yep, we kicked off Charlie, so we got Dave on the speakers now.
Yeah, we don't have a best kill of 2023. Maybe something that we revisit in the next years. And what is your food order for? No, sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
Whoops,
Dave.
Whoops.
Next channel, please. Okay.
A tuna sandwich. As we continue. I mean, whoops.
I thought you were vegan. This is.
I meant fake tuna sandwich.
Okay.
I should specify that actually. I wouldn't want a real one as a vegan. Thanks, Dave. And,
okay.
I should just say at this moment, I need to go to the bathroom, so we'll have a short pause before getting on to our next category of the 2023 Tapies ILOT Awards evening. Thank you all for being here this evening. You've been an amazing audience so far. We've got our fingers crossed. None of the issues of last year have happened yet. Let's continue this energy.
Yes. So let's all cross our fingers and toes and touch whatever wood you can find, and perhaps we'll cross to a song.
Yes.
I hope we have some performance.
We'll cut to a live performance, a little ditty now. We'll be right back. With which category do we have next, actually? We have Best Scares. Ooh,
Best Scares.
Stick around for the Best Scare of 2023.
Please do.
Well, howdy, y'all. My name's Tony Tickletoes. Thanks for having me here at the Tapies. Thought I'd come out and do a little ditty for y'all. It's called I Love You. I love the Tapies, yeah. I love the Tapies, yeah. I love the Tapies, yeah. I love the Tapies. I really love the Tapies. Tapies 2023. I love you. Thank y'all. Thank y'all very much. Alrighty, everyone. Welcome back to the Tapies, the ILOT Awards evening for horror movies of 2023. It lives on tape. Hosts here, myself, Torkel, and I'm here with Tanner. They're joining me this evening for the awards night ceremony where we honor all the best horror movie releases of 2023. And Tanner, I gotta say, we've had some amazing films come up so far this evening, haven't we?
Yes, I was just about to say, what a night we've had. So many great categories. We had Evil Dead Rise taking out the AAA horror category. Yes. We had Talk to Me taking out its indie horror category.
To me.
We just talked about The Conference winning the Best Switch Your Brain Off horror. It's been a fantastic night, so many strong nominations. I've got no doubt that the night will continue being as fantastic, strong nominations, and that the night will continue being a safe one.
Yes, most importantly, a safe one. And we have made all the reassurances and assurances prior to time that this will be a safe evening for all those in attendance. And what a night it has been with our first 3 categories, all the winners being named there. as we proceed into, I was going to say the second half, but we've still got plenty of night ahead of us. We'll call this the unofficial second half of the evening as we make our way to the next category of best scares. The best scary movie with the best scares in it of 2023.
Right. What are the films that scared us, that made us feel uncomfortable, unconfident, unsafe?
So many,
let's jump right into it.
There's been so many, but we could only pick 3 for the nominations. We had to cut it down, everyone. We had to cut it down to just these 3. And with our first one, a previous winner, we have Evil Dead Rise. Congratulations, Evil Dead Rise. Nominated for the best scare of 2023.
Yeah, again, such a strong movie. We've already seen it win the AAA horror category tonight. But there's something really terrifying about one of your parents, becoming a different person right before you. That really stuck with me.
Yes, and a movie like that, I wouldn't be surprised to see it take away even a second award this evening or be nominated for multiple prizes. Of course, we have no idea as we proceed through the evening. We're receiving information in our speakers, in our ear as we proceed. But congratulations to Evil Dead Rise for your nomination for Best Scare of 2023.
The next film was a PG horror.
Wow.
Could you believe?
I can't believe it.
That's right. This is almost unheard of for a PG horror to be nominated in the Best Scares category.
Wow.
No One Will Save You, an alien abduction film.
No One Will Save You. Congratulations on your nomination for Best Scare of 2023. I believe that's a Netflix movie. Or on Netflix at least.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I believe so.
I don't know.
I'm getting Dan in my ear right now. Let's see. Dan is confirming the details as we speak.
Thank you, Dan.
Leave the World Behind. Yes, that is the movie, Dan. Thank you for confirming that. Yes, it is on Netflix. It is on Netflix.
That is the wrong film.
Oh,
Dan.
my dear Lord, Dan. Dan, you're fired.
No One Will Save You.
No one will save you.
You really should be paying attention. You have the run sheet in front of you.
I'm going to blame Dan for that. I had the run sheet in front of me, and I should have been paying more attention, although Dan was in my ear telling me the wrong movie.
I was talking to Dan. I'm sorry for the confusion there, Torkel.
That's all right. That's all right.
We can only do so much as hosts here on the stage.
Exactly. We're the talent.
We do rely on the vigilance, the continued vigilance and attention of our crew.
Of our volunteers, we will say, of our volunteers. They're not being paid.
Volunteers.
They're volunteering their time, and we're announcing that now to them. They're not being paid. So
No One Will Save You.
No One Will Save You. What a great nomination that was for Best Scare. 23.
Where are we sending people for that? I believe it's Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, and believe it or not, I have not seen that one. But it's a great movie. You really should. Has nothing to do with
I really enjoyed it.
The fact that I haven't seen it has nothing to do with my confusion of which movie it was. Has nothing to do with the confusion. Okay. So No One Will Save. What was it? Save You or Save Us? No One Will Save Us.
No One Will Save You.
No One Will Save You. 2023 Best Scare. Best Scare. Thank you, Dan.
And
Thank you, Dan.
we've done a lot of talking here about it. Just now, we've done a lot of talking. A lot of words have been said, but almost no words are said throughout the duration of No One Will Save You.
Wow.
As if being PG wasn't a limitation enough.
Wow.
It managed to scare me without words.
It's a bit maybe similar to A Quiet Place, in the fact that there's barely any dialogue throughout the film.
Yes, this is quite a loud movie, though.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you're right.
Okay.
You're absolutely right.
And for our third nominee of Best Scares, we have a movie that, once again, we just spoke about in our previous podcast episode, When Evil Lurks. Congratulations.
Oh, yes. What a fantastic movie it was. Very, very brutal, very scarring. A lot to sink your teeth into.
Oh,
on this one.
yes, a lot to chow down on and yum, yum, yum. Eat it up. Mm-hmm. And it's a great release from Demian out of Argentina, as we mentioned before. And what a standout year he's had in the horror community with When Evil Lurks. Really great stuff coming from him, and we're so excited to see more from his resume moving forward as well.
Yep, quite a late nomination, but a strong one nevertheless.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Cool.
With that, we have our 3 nominations, and we can only say who the winner will be next for the Best Scares of 2023. I see you have the envelope in front of you. Thank you, Susan.
Yep. So the winner is When Evil Lurks.
When Evil Lurks, congratulations once again. Great stuff from them coming out this evening, being nominated for multiple awards already. Wow. How good does it get for When Evil Lurks? They must be happy as a peach that could be gobbled up over in Argentina right now with that news of the Tapies winning the award of Best Scare for 2023. What an honor for them really.
Yeah, and an honor for us to be granted the opportunity to sample that peach of a movie. Are peaches well known in Argentina?
No, I was trying to think of a food, and that came to mind. And it's quite unfortunate that that's what came to mind. The emoji for a peach is known as a bottom online, so we don't mean to infer that in any sense of the word. All respect to When Evil Lurks, a beloved film by us here at It Lives on Tape. And yes, it was an honor for us to watch it, but I dare say an even bigger honor for them to be winning an award here tonight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We don't give these away lightly.
Oh, no.
Our next category.
Oh, our next category. Yes, indeed. What do we have here? The best story.
Best story.
Yes, this is a big category, isn't it?
A huge category for a horror movie awards night. A lot of people don't think that horror movies have particularly strong stories. They're not really known in the mainstream for strong narrative or hard-hitting or impactful stories. But we here at the ILOTs firmly disagree.
Yes, we disagree wholeheartedly.
Isn't that right?
Indeed, we do. And, we say take a look at movies such as Hereditary. Some of the great writing of films in modern times come from some horror movies. And they're no exception.
Hereditary, or look at any of the other films that have followed it about family trauma.
Yes, indeed.
There's a lot. There are other stories, but
there's a lot of a potential writing material in the horror genre, to say the least, to say the very least. And what an important award this is, and what an important category it is for this evening, because there's little more important than stories in film. Despite horror hot takes that I may have had in the past about character dialogue being unimportant, I rescind my comments.
Yes.
And I place my flag and I say story is important here tonight for this category, undoubtedly.
Yes, really, we were quite reluctant to let Torkel host this segment.
I was almost shunned
because of previous attitudes that he's voiced on the podcast. But what you're seeing here is a man in reform.
Yes, exactly. I had many harsh words from our audience, and at the end of the day, I am a writer. And I do need to understand that some of the most important aspects of writing is story.
Yes. Yes, I can't believe that we're having this discussion.
There's a lot to sink my teeth into at first, a lot to consume, a lot to chow down on.
Yeah, really had to chew through that.
I had to think about it over dinner.
Yeah, like down to the bone.
Yep.
So, anyway, without further ado, what nominations do we have in this field, in this category?
We once again have 3 more nominations for you, starting off with the winner of the previous category, Best Scare, once again, When Evil Lurks. Congratulations. Some of you may have seen this coming from our previous podcast episode where we talked in length about how much we love the story. But we say that take and those opinions have no bias or sway over our nominations for this evening.
No. Completely independent.
Yes.
Our next film in this category is a very recent nomination. I think just about a week or two ago, so late November, it was released on Netflix. It's called Leave the World Behind.
Leave the World Behind. Congratulations. Oh, yes. I can't wait to sink my teeth into that one. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to binge consume it and gobble that up very shortly.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear it is a delectable film.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
A tasty treat.
So juicy. A tasty treat, for sure.
Tasty treat
for sure.
on Netflix right now. Leave the World Behind. Congratulations. Best Story nominee.
Right. A lot of great visuals in that film as well. I know that is your preferred element of film to focus on. Even though it's a nomination in the story category, it's an all-round. It's also got a lot visually going on. Yeah,
it's a whole meal, you could say. It's an all-round three course experience. It's something to really sink your teeth into.
It's you'll be completely full of and very satiated.
Yes.
Good movie. I just watched it yesterday.
Oh, excellent. We have one more nomination for the best story of 2023. And this is an otherworldly, hypnotic, strange film, Infinity Pool. Congratulations to Infinity Pool. Your nomination, best story of 2023 at the ILOT Awards.
Yes, probably my favorite tourism horror film.
Oh yes, what an interesting concept that movie would be if it was trying to get more tourism to a country or a destination. But unfortunately, the destination, I believe, is a fictional one in the film.
I think, fortunately, it's a fictional destination.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. I meant not unfortunately.
Yeah. And, of course, that's a Brandon Cronenberg film, son of David Cronenberg, father of body horror. Son of body horror is also true of Brandon Cronenberg. In his previous films that I've seen, Antiviral and Possessor, He's got a fantastic grasp on physical effects for body horror, making you feel uncomfortable. And this film is no exception. And has a very interesting storyline, which is why I believe it was a nomination for this category tonight.
A really unique take on horror storytelling, not unlike our other nominees for this evening, and that's why it deserves its place among the top nominations.
And if I can just add as well, I believe I've heard that this is one of the only films in which you can hear Mia Goth's actual voice, which is very upsetting because it's very annoying.
I googled that after watching it because I was like, this is quite realistic, but quite unsettling. And yes, I believe she lived in Britain for a long time and is part British, I believe. And she did quite a strong British accent of some kind that was very shrill, and her character was a very frustrating character at times.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
So, thank you, Susan, for passing me the envelope. The winner of the Best Story category,
who's it going to be
for tonight's ILOT Awards, is When Evil Lurks.
When Evil Lurks.
Its second win for the night.
Wow. When Evil Lurks, an early favorite in this evening's awards event. Sweeping 2 categories, one after the other. Best Scare and Best Story. Wow, who could have seen this coming?
At this point, we have to ask ourselves, we have the overall winner category coming at the end of the night.
Oh, yes.
Could When Evil Lurks win it?
Oof.
It seems like a hot contender.
They're a front runner at the moment in most people's minds, I have to imagine. When Evil Lurks. And yes, that is a teaser for the end of our show, the end of our proceedings for this evening. There will be an overall winner where we will be announcing, in our opinions and the opinion of all of our judges and of the wider audience of voters.
Or the opinion of some of our judges.
Some of our judges, not all of our judges. Of our favorite horror movie release of 2023. That's something to look forward to, isn't it?
Certainly, I am on the edge of my seat.
Oh, yes.
Standing here on stage.
Yes. We know we see in the audience some people are on the edge of their seat for other reasons, and we assure you that it is completely safe to sit back in your seats at this time. We have double-checked everything, and it should all be safe. Yep. Okay, thank you. I just got the nod from someone up in the rafters there. I think that was Charlie. We sent him up there, and he's just given me the seal of approval for that comment. So sit back in your seats, relax, and enjoy the rest of the evening. All is well.
Yes, and of course, for the people who are sitting on the very shallow seats, you might not have much seat to move back into. So I guess continue sitting on the edge of your seat. Or incidentally, there are lots of free seats here tonight, so please feel free to find another one.
Yes, indeed. And we hope that the success of this evening will help carry over some positive favor into the following years of this awards evening into 2024 and 2025. And we hope to see more of our lovely nominations in attendance and the lovely audience as well, who perhaps still fresh in their mind is the incident of 2022 that we are reluctant to speak on at this time.
Right, which we are legally not allowed to speak on at this time.
Of course.
And, while we're talking about 2024, 2025, lest we accidentally run overtime into 2024, we ought to do our next category, which is Best New Kid on the Block.
Best New Kid on the Block. Yes. This is a brand new category, coincidentally. New Kid on the Block for this year, 2023.
That's right. It is the New Kid on the Block.
Yes.
Itself. And, you know, what does this category mean? Well, you could probably figure it out, but we'll tell you anyway. It's films that were new, that came out this year. Yeah. Right? And that's it. That's the only qualifier. No. That were made by people who otherwise haven't done film before or haven't had a big theatrical release. We haven't done a terrible amount of research to figure out if that's true for these films, but that is the feeling that we got.
Yes.
When watching them.
It's basically
not because they were like green or like not very well polished, but because
it's akin to the debut album of the Grammys, you know.
Right.
It's the new kid on the block in the horror movie world. And boy, do we have some big nominees this year. We have 3 in total once again, kicking us off with a previously mentioned film already, Talk to Me, from Australia. Congratulations, Talk to Me. Debut film from the Filippo brothers, coming out of Australia, straight from YouTube to the big screen, and haven't they done well for themselves in 2023?
Yep, from their humble beginnings down in Adelaide.
Yeah, Adelaide. Wow.
To A24 distributorship, and you know, many great things to come, hopefully.
If you can make it in a place like Adelaide, then you can make it anywhere.
I think that's pretty harsh words coming from us Perthians.
Also, I've never been to Adelaide.
Neither, but also like in Perth, Perth is the most isolated city. You know, we say that all the time, and yeah, I don't know. I think Adelaide is probably not a bad place to come. We shouldn't throw rocks. It's an awfully glass-like house that we're in. Our next film, we just talked about, I think in the last category, my brain is sort of failing me. Leave the World Behind.
Leave the World Behind once again. Wow. Congratulations for the nominee for New Kid on the Block.
That's right. I believe this was the first feature-length film, or at least the first feature-length horror film in the director's filmography.
Yeah. And what a breakout they've had, making it already onto 2 nominations on the tapies. They're doing well for themselves, and we hope to see them nominated and perhaps even win many categories going into the future here at the ILOT
and
Awards.
with such a star-studded cast as well, like Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
We had Ethan Hawke.
A beloved horror actor.
Mahershala Ali. This, you know, a really fantastic cast. Yeah. Kevin Bacon even makes an appearance.
Wow. Who would have thought you'd have so many stars gathered in one place? A lot like the tapies this year. All the stars are gathered here tonight. Though some are missing the event due to the incidents of previous years. But all the stars are in attendance here tonight as we proceed on with our next nomination for the Best New Kid on the Block of 2023. No One Will Save You. Congratulations for your nomination. Wow.
Right, and again, a very strong entry. I know that you haven't yet watched it, but boy, was it a solid movie. Says a lot without saying a lot.
It's hot off the press. Gobble it up while you can. No One Will Save You. Congratulations. And with all that, that's our 3 nominations for the New Kid on the Block category. And we believe I have word, Susan. Right. Okay, you've got the envelope from Susan there. Here we go.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, be prepared. Who's going to win this one?
The winner is Talk to Me.
Talk to Me has won it. The New Kid on the Block. Oh my God. Talk to Me winning their second event or category of the evening after winning the indie horror category earlier this evening. Now running away with the New Kid on the Block category as well. Oh my goodness. And suddenly it's become a 2-horse race. We have 2 front runners already this evening with When Evil Lurks and Talk to Me, pulling ahead of the pack.
That's right. And both about demonic possession.
Yes.
Both innovators in the genre. Both have brought something absolutely new to the table.
Yeah. And
yeah.
Both fairly
both
smaller
in the
films.
Running. Right.
Yeah.
And in the running for best film overall of the night.
You'd have to imagine that they would be. You'd have to imagine it at this point as we etch and itch and scratch our way ever so closely to that overall winner. Who could it be? But before we get there, we do have another category. Speaking of innovators in the horror genre, we have the category for Innovator. Who is the biggest innovator in the horror movie genre this year, 2023, with their release? Who could it be?
That's who indeed.
Oh, we have a lot of great nominations, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We have 3.
Oh, yeah. 3 is a good number.
It was hard to cut down because there have been a lot of innovations. The Innovator category is not necessarily who's pushing the envelope for visual effects.
Yeah.
It's more who has switched things up, who has subverted our expectations the most, who's put their own spin on things. And all 3 of these movies have absolutely done that. Everyone's a winner tonight. This was very difficult to pick a favorite, I got to say.
Oh, incredibly difficult. And like you said, this is innovative concepts in film, I would say. And there was 3 in particular that pulled ahead of the pack for us. And without further ado, a previous winner, our first nomination, Talk to Me once again. Congratulations on your nomination for Innovator of the Year. Horror movie.
Look, we just said highly innovative film. The idea of making demonic possession like a party drug, or like recreational drug use at parties. Crazy, very wild.
Oh, indeed.
Very, very wild.
Yummy stuff. Yummy stuff. You could just eat it up. And
that's right. That's absolutely right. So, speaking of our second film in this category, Infinity Pool, which we've talked about earlier.
Infinity Pool, congratulations.
A round of applause.
Yes, making their way
Obviously,
into the top 3 nominations once again.
That's right. And, obviously getting a nomination in this category for a story element that we haven't really seen too much. The idea of cloning oneself and then using that as a narrative function throughout. Very interesting. Gave me a lot to think about.
Oh, yeah. Well deserved for this category. Innovative Movie of the Year in the horror genre here at the ILOT Awards. It lives on tape. I am Torkel, your host. I'm here with Tanner, your host as well, as we proceed through this evening. And our third and final nomination for the Innovative Movie of the Year. Previous winner, When Evil Lurks. Congratulations, When Evil Lurks. Once again, getting the nomination. And we're really seeing a trend now between these particular movies that have really stood out this year in 2023 making their names heard here at the It Lives on Tape Awards night over and over again.
Yep, definitely the cream has raised to the top of the...
Yes.
Of the
It's bubbled up to
milk?
the surface. Yes, it's rise to the top. Indeed. And this truly is the best of the best tonight here at the
cream
Tapies.
of the crop?
The cream of the crop. Rise to the top.
Okay, good. I got it
If it
right.
rhymes, it's true.
If it rhymes, it's true.
What can you do?
But that statement doesn't rhyme in itself. Should we trust it?
Oh, no.
I don't know.
We'll get Dan to check that. Yep, he's onto it.
Yeah. So I've just gotten the envelope. Should I open it?
Please, go ahead. We're all shivering and quaking in our boots to hear the winner of the Innovator Movie of the Year.
Okay, the winner of the Innovator Movie of the Year is Infinity Pool.
Infinity Pool, congratulations. David Cronenberg will be stoked to hear his name being said again this evening. Wow.
Well, Brandon Cronenberg. I suppose David Cronenberg might be stoked that his
So
son
proud. He'll be so proud of his
won an
son
award.
on this night. He'll be so proud of his son this evening. We're here winning an award at the Tapies, the Innovator of the Year for 2023. Wow. And I'm afraid to say this, but we only have one category left before the overall winner of the 2023 It Lives on Tape Horror Movie Awards evening. Oh my God. Are you ready?
Yeah. It's been a wonderful night thus far, and there's been some fantastic films on showcase here tonight. And you know, horror is a bit of a weird genre. You know, we can all appreciate that. You know, a lot of us that love the genre, we're a bit weird, we're a bit wild. You know, we're a bit left of field.
Outcasts.
So what better category to almost cap off the evening tonight than our weirdest and wildest category?
The weirdest and wildest category. You're too true, too right. This is the perfect category for us horror lovers out there who are the freaks and geeks of society. We're coming together this evening to celebrate the weirdest and the wildest releases of 2023. Whew.
And what a weird and wild year it was.
Yes.
So our first nomination.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
sorry. Go.
I was like, we
go
had
on,
an
tell us about.
We had an extensive list of nominations this year. I believe we had 5 altogether. I'm getting the word from Dan now. 5 nominees. So even everyone who's nominated, if you don't win tonight, congratulations for making the list. You are weird and wild and wonderful.
Yes. Our first nomination. Let's kick it off. First nomination came hot out the gates. Big release from a beloved director, Ari Aster. Beau is Afraid.
Beau is Afraid. Congratulations. Said Ari Aster.
Or starring Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes, beloved actor.
Yes.
What a team up that has been. Ari Aster, one of the big names in horror. And Joaquin Phoenix, just one of the big names in acting in Hollywood in general, making his way onto an Ari Aster film. Amazing stuff.
One of the greatest actors of our time, I'd say.
Ooh, amazing stuff. Congratulations on being nominated this evening for the weirdest and wildest film. And our second nomination. Ooh, I hope this one wins. Ooh, it's A Knock at the Cabin by M. Night Shyamalan. Congratulations.
Yeah, it immediately gets a nomination for Weirdest and Wildest because it's an M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, we don't
film.
even need to watch it. We just add it to the list at the start of the year when it comes out. And we'll save that for later. It's probably on the nomination.
Yeah. Again, look, like we're waiting for an M. Night Shyamalan and Nick Cage collab. I think it's going to be difficult because I just heard that Nick Cage is retiring from film acting. He's going to be doing mainly television after the next couple of films that he's already contracted to make. So maybe the window is closing. Hopefully one of those remaining contracts is with M. Night Shyamalan.
You can only hope that together, perhaps, their final swan song will be a movie with each other, because wouldn't that be a feast, a treat for the ages? Oh my goodness, you can only imagine the weird and wild antics that would take place in such a pic.
It would certainly be a movie.
Yes, it would. Maybe, if you can classify it as that. Depends.
Our third nomination in Weirdest and Wildest, a film that we just talked about that won the previous category, the Innovator category, Infinity Pool.
Infinity Pool, congratulations. And that really was a weird and wild movie. I found myself very surprised and very confused at times watching it, but I loved the experience all the way through.
Oh, you really couldn't tell where it was going. And even when it showed you where it was going, you couldn't help but ask yourself, really?
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Oh, no film is more deserving of being nominated to this category than Infinity Pool. But with that being said, perhaps this one is more deserving with our next nomination. Slaughterhouse, a fan favorite, which we've gotten thousands, I was going to say millions, but not quite millions, thousands of texts coming in on our phone lines about Slaughterhouse. Congratulations on being nominated.
Now, I didn't really believe that this film was about what you said it was about. And I obviously haven't seen it. But I believe you were telling me it's about a sloth that goes on a killing rampage.
I haven't seen the movie either, but to my knowledge, that's what happens. I got Dan giving me that information now. Dan, your contract is on the line if you're wrong about this. Slaughterhouse. Write in to us at home if you know what this movie's about.
No, wow. Okay, Dan is telling me senior Emily Young wants to be elected sorority president. She adopts a cute sloth, thinking it will help her win, but a string of fatalities implicates the sloth.
Aha, yes indeed. A bit of a murder mystery type Slaughterhouse party.
That does sound weird. It does sound wild. Definitely it belongs in this category.
Oh yes, just the sheer amount of hordes of people we had calling in saying that, begging for this film to be nominated. We had to do it.
It was rude not to. Now, our final nomination in this category, Weirdest and Wildest. You know, what's more weird, what's more wild than a lapse in copyright law?
Yes.
Allowing for a film to be made using characters that, you know, we've grown up knowing and loving, and, you know, twisting them in perverted ways. We have Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. What an amazing title that is, Blood and Honey. Oh my goodness.
Now, of course, when the trailer came out for this film, I thought, well, that looks pretty funny. but it's surely a joke. Someone's just made a short YouTube skit about it. And then the film came out, and I gotta say, the film didn't have really all that much more than the trailer did in terms of valuable contribution. But I won't let that get in the way of its nomination here tonight.
Oh, yes. It's certainly deserving of Weird and Wildest movie of 2023. Like we said, we love when the copyright laws get dropped on an intellectual property like that, and we can see some of the creative projects coming out about these beloved characters in the form of blood and honey. But with all that being said, there's only one thing left to do, and that is to announce the winner of the Weirdest and Wildest category for this evening here at the It Lives on Tape Horror Awards evening.
Yes, and I have it right here. And aren't we ready?
Oh, we are shaking once again. Who could it be out of the 5 nominations? Whew.
Yes, and it is, dare I say, of course, Beau is Afraid.
Beau is Afraid. Congratulations.
That's right. 3 hours of weird and wild. It's the film that maybe Ari Aster shouldn't have made this early in his career, but aren't we glad he did?
Oh, yes.
Beau is Afraid, everyone.
And now they have a tapey to show for their efforts. The 3-hour mind-melting fiesta that was the combination of 2 powerhouses in Ari Aster and Joaquin Phoenix. Who could look past Beau is Afraid?
That's right. Oh, it really was a weird and wild film.
Yes.
I very much enjoyed it.
And it was a weird and wild 2023, I have to say. Not just in the horror realm, but in the world in general. And coming to the conclusion now this evening is...
As the year is.
We only have one category left. The one you've all been waiting for. The overall winner. Our pick of the best horror film of 2023. We can't emphasize enough how big of an honor and an accomplishment this nomination alone, but the winner of this category is. It is massive, to say the least.
That's right. So who's up for it? Who could possibly take out this category?
Well, without further ado, you may have guessed some of them. You may have guessed, because our first nomination is multiple award winner this evening from the Australian filmmakers from the quaint little town of Adelaide, South Australia, the Filippo brothers with Talk to Me. Congratulations on your nomination. Wow.
Give them a hand, everyone.
Yes. Get off your seats. Come on, cheer, for heaven's sakes. Yes, this is the event we've all been waiting for tonight. And Talk to Me, well-deserved nomination for this award. Haven't they done well this year?
And another film that's done well, with the little part of the year it carved out for itself, When Evil Lurks.
When Evil Lurks, congratulations. Another well-deserved release. Multiple award winner this evening, When Evil Lurks.
Right. 2 awards, I believe, it's taken away tonight. Can it take a third? Can it take the ultimate award for the night?
All bets are off. Anything could happen. And now, those were the 2 overall favored nominations. But we have a special 2 more nominations for this overall winner award, which are our personal picks. Starting off with my own, one of my favorite releases of this year, an award winner this evening as well, The Conference. Congratulations to The Conference. Nominated for the overall winner of 2023.
And my favorite to throw in, we've talked about it earlier tonight. It's received nominations. It won a category itself. Infinity Pool.
Oh, Infinity Pool, well deserved. All of these movies nominated are all award winners tonight in their own rights, in their own categories. But who will rise to the top, the cream of the crop? That nobody else can stop. Who knows? Everyone is on the edge of their seats. Everyone is eagerly awaiting here tonight. And all bets are off. Just to recap, we have When Evil Lurks, we have Talk to Me, we have Infinity Pool, and we have The Conference. Our 4 nominations for the overall winner of the best horror movie of 2023 here right now at the It Lives on Tape Horror Movie Awards evening. And I see you have the note in your hands. Tanner, the envelope is there.
I do.
Oh my goodness. I believe written inside that envelope is the name of the winner.
Okay. So, the winner is, by unanimous vote.
Unanimous decision. Oh my god.
Talk to Me.
Talk to Me! Oh my god, congratulations to Talk to Me! Winning Best Horror Film of 2023 here at the ILOT Awards night. The Tapies, congratulations! Running away with 3 awards and the overall prize. No one could have seen it coming from the young debut filmmakers, the Filippo brothers, from here in Australia, South Australia. Wow, what a showing from them. Amazing stuff.
Absolutely terrific effort. Couldn't have asked for a better film that to open their career with. Really excited to see what they come out with next.
Oh god, we'll be keeping our eyes on them.
What a finish to the night. What a brilliant finish.
Yes. We thank you all for coming with us on this journey. This has been an amazing evening of award winners and nominations of the favorite and best horror films of 2023. There's so many that went unnamed who were beloved over the course of the year, but these were some of our favorites to give props to tonight.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for attending tonight. If you're watching on broadcast, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'd love to see you here live next year.
Yes, we'd love to have you 2024 at the Tapies. Mark it on your calendars, everyone. This has been a night for the ages. Thank you all for being here. I wish you all good night.
As always, I'm Tanner. This is Torkel. We've been It Lives on Tape. You've been lovely. Have a fantastic night and a fantastic rest of the year. We'll see you in the new year.
Yes, we'll see you in 2024. This has been It Lives on Tape signing off for 2023. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thanks for a great year. Goodbye.